I will. Would get her need like that. Whipple or anything like
People are
that.
confused as to why it happened.
Yeah, so as long as it doesn't
So,
involve too much bushwhacking. I don't.
We'll take bushwhacking off.
Or-
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, maybe we'll see you hiking at Whipple someday.
Yeah, could be, yeah. So
You're leaving?
I'm leaving, yeah. So I gave my resignation, and I'm leaving. I came just in case you needed a quorum to hold the meeting. But I just feel like I'm getting too old to be tromping through the woods, especially when there's no path. So and I've gotten involved in doing soup kitchen kinds of stuff, so my time has been taken up a lot with that. So anyway, it's been great working with you. I started I gave you your first donation to the. And
Thank you.
thank you. Good work, guys. Keep
We're
going.
in the block.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Good luck.
On that note, it's 6:34, so we have a quorum. I will call our meeting to order. We'll do a quick roll call, so Jenna Odell,
Lynn Carlson.
Josh Chase.
Justine Johnson,
Arthur Chapman. Got Savigny.
and would you mind giving your names for the record?
Joseph Andrew.
Thank you.
Robert Andrew.
Thank you. So they're here to.
And Elsa Block by phone.
Okay, and also.
Thank you.
So they're here to discuss a property, so as I mentioned, I want to move them up on the agenda. The public is always welcome to stay, for all or part of it, but, just for the sake of your time. Anyone opposed to doing some quick evacuation instructions and then discussing their property?
Go for it.
Evacuation instructions?
Evacuation instructions out that door and then out to the left outside the building.
Perfect, thank you. All right. So I know you talked to us a little bit beforehand. Can you just walk us through again with the property and what you're thinking?
Okay, it's lot 315-4. It's off of Nelson Capwell Road and Cars Trail. I want to mention one thing too. That gentleman that we talked about, he was trying to get a variance, I guess, because the property, that 37 acres,
Mhm.
abuts it only has like 67 feet or so on two ends, and
Yeah.
he needed a variance for
Yes, yeah,
whatever he wanted to.
Yeah.
I didn't disagree with him. Whatever happened. I don't know what happened with it.
okay,
All right, just so you know.
yeah,
But we're discussing it, rather than us having to pay taxes, I'd rather give it to the town. We own it with my brother, myself, and my two sisters. So we have to make arrangements for them to sign or do whatever,
right, yep,
yeah.
Is this the parcel that's highlighted in yellow?
yes,
Yeah, it's 1 acre, but it's grandfathered, so it's a non-conforming buildable lot.
Okay. Great.
Slide law.
Mhm. This is the one we discussed,
Last month.
yeah.
Yeah.
Last month, yeah, the Andrea property, yeah.
I don't remember, are any of the abutting properties public land or conserved land?
So there is, I think it's this one. This lot is also owned by the town.
How about,
So that piece in the middle.
5, 6, and 7, like where mine is?
Yep. So 5 is owned by the suburban land company. whoever
Yeah,
they are. Lot 7 is owned by Frank Castelli. And lot 8 is owned by John Morrissey.
And what about that big piece?
This is owned by Todd George.
who is that?
Todd George?
Because the name's not familiar to me. Person that called me was a Tony Eliano,
Okay.
and I think he signed, one of his relatives signed a deed in 66. Because when the man, I guess when they went bankrupt or so, they had to somewhere, yeah. On the bottom,
Yeah, 65. Yeah,
Omar Liliano. and-
James Ilia. So, yeah, and Omar Iliana.
It was an Anthony Iliano that sent me a letter about inquiring for the people at 477 Cars Trail,
Mhm.
which what's us
Yeah, it's
right there.
this one.
So what is the requirements and process for donation of land to the town or to Coventry Land Trust?
So it is my understanding that there aren't any. Well, there are no requirements of, that a property has to have
We wouldn't
to
have
be
score it.
donated.
There's no scoring.
Yeah.
When it's not a purchase.
Yep. I would have to figure out the exact mechanism. There has to be, well, we would have to do some title research, the standard due diligence
Mhm.
of any property. We, in this case, is the town, not the land trust.
Mhm.
But I am trying to figure out what is the proper way to accept a piece of property.
Do you anticipate that we would have to get it surveyed?
I anticipate that if one has not been done previously, it would have to be yes.
Probably surveyed and marked if we do eventually get it.
Yeah.
Property boundaries.
Do you pay for that or do we pay for it?
I'm not sure.
Because we don't want to give something away and have to pay.
Right,
That's
right.
fair.
Yeah, that's the
Defeats
reason
the
they give
purpose.
it.
Sort of defeats the purpose.
And you mentioned it's owned by your sisters as well. Are they on board with the idea?
It will be. They're in Chicago.
Let's put it this way, they haven't paid their share of taxes in 25 years,
So they don't
Okay.
have a say in it, right?
you know?
Like,
What are these like narrow little, like these areas that,
Roads?
This,
yeah,
that's the roadway.
it is?
Yep.
So does that mean there's a road leading up to
So
that?
there is a roadway that leads all the way around here.
Mhm.
However, it is only improved to approximately here.
so it's
And
most of
when you
it's
say improved,
paper.
asphalted,
Yes.
Right,
because at the end of the asphalt road, my brother and I went up there one time and the guy says, that's not a road, I own that. You know, because we try to well, so he had a barn or something across the street.
Mhm.
He said, I own all that. I don't know whether he took it by eminent domain or,
Well, it wasn't
What-
open.
you know,
Yeah,
It was open and it was a
Okay.
fire road that went from, if you went up, Nelson Capwell, you could walk all the way through and come right out on Cars Trail.
Hmm.
Go right by our property.
yeah,
But to go, it was weird because if you go and you were to follow Nelson Capwell, the way the road is supposed to go,
mhm,
it's 2,500 feet away. So
Yeah.
it winds through.
Yeah.
And this, we just basically walked straight through. That's why the guy, I believe, when he told my father, well, I'm gonna go so far and come in the other way.
mhm,
but anyways, to make a long story, the guy at the end of the paved way,
Thinks that the rest
he,
of
he
it's.
thinks he owns.
You think that's this
And
one?
it's all over.
No.
13.
Roughly
Right there.
280.
In
Yeah,
other words,
Oh, that guy.
right at the asphalt,
Mhm.
oh, that's the same guy that
Well,
owns
the
that.
same guy as this, yeah.
He thinks he owns the paper road, or the
Mm.
fire road.
Not according to the
Because
town's
it's really
GIS.
But it doesn't go through now.
25 years ago, I was gonna have a road put in,
Yeah.
but you know. I'm not gonna spend the money, I have a road put in on the other guy's property. you know.
Right, yeah.
Not the same, not the
So-
same.
Right,
one.
yeah,
So we have to.
Wonder if they'd be
also
interested in selling.
Investigate the.
don't know. This
Well, even if we don't
does
get
not.
easy access to it, it would be
See,
kind of it like the Audubon property. That's by,
This does not.
yeah.
Looks like these two properties do not.
Is there a wetland on it?
There's a stream coming through here,
It doesn't.
so
go
I
into-
imagine. Well,
Like
this
in that upper right.
will
corner.
give us a little
Not that.
information.
So,
Parcel in question
Yeah.
doesn't have any water on it.
okay.
No,
Take that out.
no, the parcel in question, it does not yet.
Okay. Curious.
I took a. I didn't bring, but I made a map last night's meeting.
Okay.
To show it. Just started talking about
So since the land trust would only do recommendation to the town council, how likely is the town council going to allow a piece of property to go off the tax rolls just for no purpose? If we can't have full access to it because it's landlocked, how do we do improvements, make trails, make it public, blah, blah, blah? How likely are they to say, yeah, all right, yeah, okay, well, no, thank you for the donation and take the property? I'm not so sure they will.
Well.
They'd rather have the text out.
I don't know about the tax aspect, like if that would be the driving factor, because it would follow our ordinance of, preserving open space, which was just enacted in last December.
Mhm.
So they're very much on that.
when I talked to the town, the clerk or whoever.
Yeah.
Referred me to Josh.
Yeah.
Because I think they have another one, there's another one where, it has to be a significant amount of land. For them to take, I don't know what. They told me, but I can't remember.
Well, this piece of property isn't that much different from what the town owns next. Like, what did you say it was?
Yeah, I'm not sure
That's.
how the town came to own this property,
It's like
but
half
there's
an
no, probably, something like that, so.
It's probably, I would imagine tax. You go to the
How many
tax.
acres in between, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this one is 2.3.
And also
Sorry.
upholds Coventry's
You're
road
not
here.
talking that much of a gap, I mean,
Yeah,
if in fact. Where the improved road ends. And the actual. Road was supposed to be.
Mhm.
That's access in itself to the property.
yeah.
Or a walking path.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Mhm.
I'm ready to make a motion.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, this is Lynn. Making a motion to have Josh investigate the process of accepting Andrea property as a donation to the land trust. And to proceed with discussions on implementing that donation.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
I,
So moved. So we'll go forward with into formally formally acquiring this property. Because it is an outright donation.
Mhm.
I think the survey question is the biggest question.
yeah,
Yeah, and I also don't know if we could use the open space, funds, for this.
Mm,
You know, I don't know if technically we would have to, buy the property for $1
mm.
to be able to use that.
I mean, if it's $1. then
Yeah.
even if it's 50, Linda just gave us a donation.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
We'll turn over Linda's check.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we will, I will, do some investigating. We'll see if we can't move this, forward.
Okay, would you like my email?
Sure.
It's my name, Joseph Hanbury @charter.net. I live in West Brookfield, Massachusetts. My phone is 508-344-3086.
West Brookfield, it's a pretty nice spot of the world.
Yeah, still in the woods.
Yeah.
The cradle of liberty, Massachusetts.
Yep.
Are you both in Mass?
Richmond,
Okay.
middle woods too.
Yeah.
He lived in Coventry.
Yeah.
That's
When you build the schools,
Please,
when you built the schools,
yeah,
Where he, oh,
yes.
when we go to West Warwick.
No, I'm just,
When they-
when
when
he
they-
was
when they-
building,
worked at the school.
Oh, yeah.
so that's it on your part, yeah, and you're welcome to stay, but thank you.
Yeah.
We're gonna look into it and see if we can move forward.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
So I missed it. Are you a new member?
I am.
Have a good night.
Just.
Night.
Nice to
Nice
meet you.
Nice meeting you all.
Coming.
Arthur?
Arthur Chapman.
You like to go by Arthur or Artie or?
I will go
Art?
by Arthur, I will go by Art, I will go by Artie, whatever you choose to call me, I don't,
You don't
yeah,
care.
I'll answer for other names too, but I won't say what those.
Hey, you?
Yeah,
How about on that note, you introduce yourself to table.
Elsie on the phone.
hello Elsa, my name is Arthur Chapman, that's okay. I'm Arthur Chapman, I live on Hammett Road in Coventry, I used to be on the land trust from 2013 to 2017. The reason I like the land trust, well, I used to be also on the Conservation Commission. I went on the land trust because I'm big on forest management. I have 58 acres of property over 2 parcels, both of which I manage with a forest management plan and is enrolled in the Farm Forest Open Space. So when I was on the land trust last time, I got the board educated on forest management because I'm really, you'll see my drive is, now that we own all these properties, how do we know? We have the responsibility on some of them to manage the properties, particularly with forest management plans as part of the purchase or, when we had grants and stuff. So I had a lot of forest management plans developed for a lot of properties that never got implemented. I know I had struggles in that place, but after teaching the land trust, why I'm also a member of the Rhode Island Forest Conservatives Organization, and there's a demonstration woodlot that they have for educational purposes in Foster. And I brought the whole land trust down there to talk to a forester and learn about, what they're doing on the property and why, and so that could be applied to land trust property. So I did a lot of work in Bowden as far as mapping it, putting in the trail system and trying to do some improvements. We even got as far as we had built a forest management plan, had that had that approved. Get the forester to mark a patch cut or a thinning that we were going to do on the property. Got some bids, or got one bid to do the work, but then it was stopped by the town, so it never went any further than that. But very familiar with Bowden at least. But there was a number of properties that I did forest management. We did management plans for forest management plans. And it's funny, I don't see the names. I mean, I'll bring this up later. I don't see the names of those properties on the website that the land trust owns. For example, Grote, Mahoney, Neelan, what happened to those properties?
We still have them.
The problem is there's been a lot of turnover since you left.
Mhm.
So some institutional knowledge has been lost.
Yeah.
So we're trying to kind of rebuild. I think the ordinance really kicked us off of, okay, now we legally exist because we didn't beforehand. And so your knowledge is perfect and your timing is perfect for several reasons.
Yeah, I'm very willing to do another session, talking to the RIPCO people, the Forest Conservatives Organization, to see if they, if they would host another educational session for the current land trust, if you guys are interested. So think about it.
So, but I'm with Parks and Recreation. So the Mahoney property
Mhm.
is a land trust property?
Yes.
That would explain, because even people in my department, so we maintain that.
The right of way to get to it.
The whole, well, there's a house up on the hill,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And so we cut everything except for the little cutout of the house and whatever yard they have, but every other part of it, my guys will go after work every 3 weeks or so and just cut that entire property.
Huh.
But nobody in my department knows why they were cutting it. They just know that it's our responsibility to cut it, but now that clears it up, that it is.
Before
land trust
it was
property.
really the Park and Rec would come and cut just the strip from the road, the easement strip from the road back to the start of the parcel that we own.
Yeah.
Just so there's access. You can park along the road. You have right of way to walk back to the parcel that we
Yeah.
own. But they would only mow that strip and not the rest. Now that might have changed over the years.
Yeah, however it changed. I've only
Mm-hmm.
been here since October, so it's almost coming up on a year. So whatever had happened before that, but in typical town government fashion, things get done and nobody knows why, and when new people come in, there's no reason.
Yeah.
They get, there's no historic, there's no.
This property, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And then, so you
So
guys.
there is an easement that goes right along the
Yeah,
road.
there's an easement right along here, yep.
Yep, that's how you gain access to it. And that is all land trust property.
Mhm.
And we have a
Okay.
forest management plan for that. property.
Right, so we must maintain right around, I've never seen where the guys cut, but yeah, like kind of just the what's highlighted, I think, is basically what we cut, not
That-
up.
That
Over.
eastern, or sorry, the western edge of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, this dotted line is really the only part that you're
That's the easement.
supposed to. cut.
yeah, no,
The rest, you're giving them a freebie.
yeah, yeah.
There's something
Yeah,
like-
truly.
You're cutting their lawn?
Not,
No,
no,
gonna
I
complain.
don't
That's a lot of land.
I may be wrong, but I don't believe we are cutting within here.
But if
I
they
believe that-
owned that whole highlighted area and the land trust just owns behind that.
Yeah, this is owned by
It's for right.
Christopher Wright.
Yep.
Oh,
You
just
should
know
send them a
that.
bill.
There's cows on there.
And the black dotted line on the western side is the easement
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the easement, yep.
for us to be able to walk back into the.
And then the property next to it is, I think, Audubon or one of those.
Audubon,
Yep.
yep.
But there's no trails or public use of that property?
Not yet. We were, like I said, we had a forest management plan. We were gonna cut a fire. One of the things we were gonna do is cut a fire lane in there. But again, nothing ever got accomplished. And we actually, back when I was in it, we purchased, the land trust purchased the property along with a sizable grant from DEM. And one of the requirements was to implement forest management practices. And we actually, the planning department got a letter from DEM saying, hey, if you don't do this, we want our money back. So I don't know, obviously nothing has ever happened to that. It's
Yeah.
hush hush, whatever, but they were serious, no, we took their money with the stipulation we were gonna manage it, and Coventry Land Trust doesn't manage anything, and that's a problem.
Well, it is changing.
We mow the abutting property.
So,
You know,
so there's a, no, I came back because it doesn't seem like that, no, talking to, used to, it doesn't seem like there was a lot of continuity from when I left, and you guys are starting to reinvent the wheel again, and, you know, we were very, very active land trust back in 2013, 14, 15. We had a very, very active, planning department director that was, you know, pushing us along, you know, to do all these things, so.
is
It
that-
was Paul Sprague.
Okay, and was Jay on the land trust at that time? Lewowski, that's how you say it.
I don't know. I don't recall.
He's the chief of wildlife at DEM, but he was on it.
He wasn't on it yet. That was before.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Jay lives on across from my road.
Oh,
So just a curiosity, Scott, if your guys, would they be able to cut a path through the easement there? If it doesn't already, if they haven't already done so, because based on the aerial photography.
I've never
it was
set foot
like-
on that property, so I can't tell you right now.
It's really, you know, you see the field,
Yeah,
and the field's overgrown, but it's just a strip between the woods where the Audubon property is. There is a strip that had been maintained and should be easily maintained if it's not already done,
cut,
so.
okay.
It's not a wide strip, but it's a,
like you
It's a-
can get a car down there.
we've never driven it, but you know,
Oh.
you meant to park on the street and walk.
Oh, park on the road, okay. Yeah. I don't know. What could be interesting is just looking at it where it is. And I don't know, if we would want to take this route, but we could use it as kind of a teaching forest. Cause the high school is nearby and all the elementary schools are nearby, it's easy to access, so you can teach kids about forest management.
Mhm.
At a very small scale.
Yeah.
But still.
And understand, we already have, you know, if you're wondering, well, what can we do? We
Mhm.
already have
You already have
a
a plan
plan
for it.
approved by a forester on things that we, and our land trust at the time, on things we, you know, possibly could do, including trails and fire breaking.
Where are these plans?
In your file somewhere.
So I do know that, in our files, we do have several plans.
Mhm.
Off the top of my head, I don't know if Mahoney is one of them. It probably is. But I do have quite a few, and Mahoney could be.
So, I mean, they're a little outdated. The plans are, you know, particularly, are usually good for 10 years
Mhm.
because, you know, forests change over that period of time. So, you know, if we were interested in doing anything, our first step would probably be to re-engage the forester and, you know, have them look at those properties again.
Would we ever partner with Audubon to like joint manage these two abutting properties and create a trail system that would include both?
I have poked Audubon before about this. I didn't get much of a warm and fuzzy response.
And neither did we.
Hmm.
They don't
But I can-
manage, they don't
yeah.
manage that property at all.
Just leave it alone.
Mhm.
Yeah, they've got a property that Sullivan and Grove kind of surround that they manage the same way,
Mm.
as in, it's just left as is. And there are positives and benefits to that, but I could poke them again. If that's the route we want to take.
So that's where I am, what I know.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, and thanks.
Yeah, this is
Back
super
on board.
exciting. I'm excited. Hopefully I will meet you in person soon, but happy to have you.
Yeah, any questions at all, feel free to ask at any point in time. I have a lot of data.
So quick question, just as we're talking, I know we have an agenda to get to, but
Yeah.
when I was reading through this charter and it mentioned that we're supposed to have 9 people, is that still the case? And so do we
Yeah.
need to, like, what are we doing to,
So the
Address that.
9 people includes the 2 of us.
oh, that's nice.
Um,
So you have 7 voting members.
yeah,
9.
Oh, you can both vote?
no,
No.
Oh, not,
No,
okay,
you have 7 voting. We cannot vote. So you have
Gotcha.
9 total.
They're staffing.
7 voting.
yeah. So, we do have one empty, position.
Yep.
Rory's not here.
Yeah,
Anna,
So-
me,
and else not
Rory,
And
here.
Ilsa, yeah,
Elsa, Justine. And now Artie. And then, yeah, so we need a
Okay.
7th person.
okay,
Yeah.
so we're not that far off.
We're not
Right.
that far,
No.
one person.
Darn it, Linda.
Alright. Well, let's approve minutes then. Thank you, Artie.
Mhm.
We will keep picking your brain for a while.
Me too.
Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes from last time?
I'll make this is Lynn, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes with one correction. That I have. Section 5.1. The treasurer's report. Like, as I understand it. We have to spend the ARPA funds by December 2026. Not September of 2026.
I
think that's what-
believe that is correct, yes.
So I think my voice was probably not clear on the tape.
Hmm.
And somebody just thought I said September when I said December.
And under or not members present, also present, only Donald D'Souza is mentioned,
Mhm.
even though Mr. Pettigrew and Donald D'Souza Jr. were here via phone.
I wasn't here, but I have editorial if you're interested in.
Oh,
Sure.
Under section 5.4, dates to be determined, you are a researcher. Discussion of Fisher cats.
mhm.
The proper name is just Fisher, not cats.
I've been talking to my
We
friend.
talked about that.
Well, it's used further down just as Fisher's.
Yeah.
To be consistent. Plus,
Fisher is proper. I would get an
Fisher.
earful full if you heard else.
I got your back.
And that's under important.
Page 6. Here,
Ah,
cross out
Yep.
cats.
Any other corrections? Do I hear a second to approve?
I'll second, Justine.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right, minutes approved with those corrections. Let's move on to treasurer's report. please.
Yep. Okay, so this is Lynn's treasurer's report. We have they haven't expended anything since our what do they call it when you start the fiscal year? We haven't spent anything. So we have anticipated expenses of $1,077 to go for secretary minutes and payroll taxes. So our current balance stands at $3,923. And we have $708.15 left in the ARPA budget for signage.
It's wonderful. It's a nice amount.
That's it for the treasurer's report.
thank you. That will probably change next time after land trust hits.
Yeah.
All right, outreach and volunteer efforts. I have some things, but does anyone else have updates?
Just my usual stuff. If you have any like footage of anything on any properties, just put it in that drive folder. I'm trying to get ahead of making some draft posts so that we can be a little bit more consistent. But I'm gonna need footage from other people because I will very sporadically actually.
Can we get the link to the drive folder recirculated so that Arthur has it?
Sure.
Do you want me to do that, or you got that, Josh?
You probably have easier access to it than I do. I'd have to go hunting.
Okay,
You
I'll
probably
send you the
have,
link.
yeah. Yep.
Okay. And then I just had this can be a next time thing. I don't know how much of a priority it is, just about the like flyers and stuff like that. But as far as just a thought or question, I guess, about the one more member maybe. Is there an age restriction for being on land trust?
In what sense?
Like, do you have to be a certain age?
Under 18, I would think.
Yeah,
Other than that, it would be discriminatory.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
So you
I
do
think-
have to be a legal adult.
Yes, I would say so.
does it actually state that anywhere though?
That's
Town commission.
Yeah, I think you need to,
Yeah, but-
I think you need to be of voting age because I
Oh,
think there's
voting
something in
age.
here that says not that you have to be registered to vote, but
To be a resident.
registered, something about possibly being registered voter or a registrant of the town. So I've residency, and I think at least being a legal adult would be bare minimum.
Yeah, it states trustees must be resident electors of the town.
There you go.
And I
Voters.
think electors in this case means voters.
Yes.
Yeah, so 18.
You don't have to be registered, but you have to
You
be
have
old
to
enough
be old
to be
enough.
to registered to if you want to.
okay. I mostly just asked because I was, trying to think of potential ways that we could maybe have some younger people also join the land trust. Partially just because I'm, trying to be realistic about what I'll be able to do outside of meetings. And I think a lot of stuff that I kind of latched onto is stuff that is like comes more easily to people that are frequently on social media and doing design and stuff like that. But we don't really have, like, I don't really think there's much of a college community in Coventry. So I was thinking about like older high schoolers, but that clearly isn't an option.
So they can't sit on the board.
They can volunteer.
Yeah, we've had high schoolers volunteer for us before. Kim was an intern with, Cameron was an intern with the town. Or just like trail cleanups. So we could do like a Friends of the Land Trust thing through the high school to get some involvement.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could totally look into that. I mean, I'm thinking not just for like events, but like for more kind of outside of meetings, like the kind of responsibilities that we each individually have and like helping out with some of that stuff. And I don't know how easily that could be done if they're not like, if it's more just like an events-based thing, but that's certainly something we can look into, I guess.
Yeah, definitely something to think about if you've got some, maybe you want to think about for next time and how we could integrate them, perhaps. Of course, we have to get someone to sign on, and we need a teacher from the high school to kind of be like their club leader. There used to be
Okay.
someone, she retired.
Yeah, Rory knew somebody at the high school and interacted with that person. But they were gone and Rory wasn't able to find anybody else who was willing to take, take and run with it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
To replace her, so we can certainly reach out again.
Yeah,
What about scouts? I know they have a conservation badge that they're all wanting to earn. I've had scouts come over my property to help me with, some of the forest management practices, you know, working on trails and clearing trails and what
yeah,
have you.
scouts would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do they have a communication badge? So if they wanted to do
Probably.
social media stuff,
Probably.
What they do have is service hours that are needed, and what they do have is Eagle Scout projects.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
those are two avenues that they may not know. But in getting their Eagle, they'll have to get a mentor, which would be inside their troop, but then could also be something here if there was a project that was, you know,
but we could think of several.
yeah. I mean, it can't be like large and expansive, but, you know, small improvements here and there are definitely
Mhm.
prime Eagle Scout, projects.
Considering there are two posters on the side of the road here for Eagle Scouts and Scouts, we could look into it. Right, and you've seen the connections.
Well, no, I was importing them from Massachusetts because I didn't know who to talk to. My sister had, you know, has a son who was in scouts, and their troop needed conservation badges. So she trucked them down to my property and put them to work.
There you go.
They loved it. They absolutely loved it.
Yeah,
And they got their conservation badge.
yeah, that's fun, especially like pulling out invasive species. It's really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any sort of connections like that, so I don't really know how to go about doing that. But that's certainly something that's worthwhile, I would say, to at least try. Maybe somebody just mentioned this, but didn't Rory have like some scout connection, or am I making that up?
She had a school connection.
yeah, school, but I don't believe she ever had a scout connection.
Oh, yeah, wait, maybe I'm thinking of the person that was like on it for a meeting. Yeah, that was it.
The thing the youth is good for is ideas. What would you like to see in the, you know, in the
Mhm.
properties?
Mm.
We have all these properties out there. Do you want to go see them? And if so, or if not, why? And if so, you know, what do you enjoy most about
Yeah, like
them? Fresh ideas.
make it into a class project or something. I wish Rory was here.
I had
Yeah,
a,
yeah, it's certainly something worth thinking about, and maybe just like thinking about potential avenues for that. Maybe talking to Rory when or next meeting about what a possible connection could look like.
come to think of it, I did a consulting job for the Girl Scouts from Camp Hoffman. So I could contact the woman that hired me and see if they have some sort of communication badge or something with the Girl Scouts. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I'll write that down as a note to myself to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think like, I don't know, maybe I don't really fully understand what scouts are, but I think maybe unless it's like Eagle stuff, the demographic of that would be too young for the kinds of stuff that I'm thinking about. But regardless, I do think that like a connection with scouts makes a whole lot of sense for us and would be super worth doing.
Is there a Girl Scout equivalent to Eagle Scouts? Do we know?
I don't think so. Not of that degree,
No, okay.
but girls are now allowed to be scouts, Boy Scouts,
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah,
Then,
only
yeah,
took forever.
okay. Well, nevertheless, I can reach out to this woman if I can remember her name and see what I can come up with.
Yeah. Because regardless of age, there's something, whether it's something more along the lines of Puddles Duckington or an Eagle Scout project, we could use them. And it's just good engagement.
Mhm.
And then, kind of speaking of younger generations a little bit, so Jessica Kappa actually emailed me and Rory about an event, kind of a project, it sounds like. So it was forwarded on, but this, the Stormwater Innovation Center with the Audubon Society is putting a story walk around, Roger Williams Park, around all the ponds. And they want community source art and stories to amplify community voices and educate the public on the history and ecology of Roger Williams Park, stormwater and wildlife management, and how our actions impact the watershed. And they're looking for images, videos, audio, text, from the community that they can basically turn into like a, little story walk things that they stick around and as part of an art installation. So I don't know if we want to get involved there because Roger Williams is in Providence, but I just wanted to put it out there.
Well, we have some history now.
Mm.
Some of the properties. Like, the quarry. This really, in boating, there's some really interesting, there's a canal in there. I don't know if you guys have found it or not, but there's an interesting
Yeah.
canal and there's some history there. Part of that might be interesting to have kind of a sign and.
That would be really cool.
Do
For our
they
interest as
want,
well.
they want it to reference other areas in Rhode Island, not just Roger Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
If
see.
it's just Roger Williams,
I just want to do right away,
yeah.
but it
Well-
wouldn't be bad for us.
yeah.
Kind of. I think. So it says both history and ecology of the park of Roger Williams, but also how our actions impact the watershed. Deadline to submit is November 30th. There will be a workshop.
Actually, my husband.
You recognize them. What level of frustration?
Yeah, so it does seem focused on Roger Williams, but then that watershed part, like the watershed is pretty big.
Which watershed?
Could be any.
That would be the
Yeah,
north branch of the Patuxent, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I don't think we're in it.
but we have,
It's a big river watershed. That's what Greenwich mostly,
Yeah.
but it extends well into Coventry.
Yeah.
It seems like, I don't remember the details of this email, but wasn't it something about asking the library to share? I mean, it seems like maybe the library would be the group that would share on their site, that if anybody's artistic or whatever wants to be part of this project.
that's
It
why the
seems kind
library
of
sent it
outside
on.
of the scope of this trust.
Yeah.
But if it's Roger Williams focused.
Yeah, but we could apply a similar thing to our properties. To bring out people.
Like a story walk kind of thing,
Yeah.
develop a story
Yeah.
walk.
Well, that's kind of what the kids pamphlets doing, that Linda was working on and Elsa was going to pick up on at some point.
Hmm.
So, like scavenger hunt in the properties for kids to do.
Yeah, I was reading the minutes. I saw that. I really like that. Don't forget wild turkey.
Oh, yeah.
They're everywhere.
They
You
are
can
everywhere.
Find those.
You smell 'em. Well, I was just curious if we wanted to pursue it or not. So it sounds like, no.
I'm kind of.
Not immediately, but
Not me, not.
on the back
not by
burner.
November 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
see how it goes with them and maybe there's lessons learned we can apply to
Yeah.
something we want to do.
Oh, yeah.
If
there's
somebody
plenty.
wants to attend.
Yeah, so they're doing, so their annual Rain Harvest Festival is Sunday, the 28th. And then at the festival, there will be a story walk workshop where community members can learn more about the project and create art to submit to be featured in it, materials provided. So if anyone is around on that Sunday and bored, I will be at sea.
Thank you.
Any other outreach related things?
Do we like? I'm personally, I'm feeling a little bit confused about like where we're at as far as like the flyers and stuff goes. That was like the thing that I was working on, and then
Yeah, you're
like
stuck
bothered.
because I'm stuck because I haven't given you the maps that I know you asked for. So
okay,
apologies for
Yeah,
that.
okay.
It's just, I've been a little
No, no worries at all.
So,
I've just been, it's been a looming thing
I
on my
know.
to-do list, but I am confused. Like, I kept forgetting if there was like something that I
Nope,
was supposed to be
I-
doing, but,
at least as far as
So-
I know, you're waiting on me.
okay, so then once I do get those, what do people want me to do with that? Like, should I just like get them printed, or do I need to like bring in exact costs and like get exact numbers of everything from people? I like kind of did that a couple times ago, but
Anytime the land trust spends, we have to approve it in a meeting.
okay, so hopefully, yeah, so I guess just next time I'll just bring in exact numbers.
Yeah.
And go from there.
And
Okay,
if it's small enough, I mean, how many printouts are we talking about?
it's a great question. I think we were gonna start for the Whipple brochure trial. I think we're gonna do like, I think we said we were gonna try like 20 maybe.
30, yeah.
I can print that out here.
And then it was gonna be like one of the flyers for each of the like walkable properties that we have. But they're all like full color, double-sided for most
Yeah.
of them.
That's all right with the department's ink budget.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
So I think if you have the opportunity to go to a local FedEx, or I think they probably are all priced the same. So a
Staples.
FedEx or a Staples, and just get the price list from them on double-sided color copies per print. And then we'll know what that's going to be at the next meeting. And then
Yeah,
we can
I've
say,
done that online. The thing is, it's very like it's
Based on
It's-
quantity.
quantity dependent.
okay,
So
all right, I see. Well, so if they say, we knew that 0 to 50 copies was 7 cents a copy, and 50 to 100 is 6 cents a copy, that's enough for us to go on, and then we
Okay.
can say, we're willing to spend $200 to get so many copies. And then we make a motion on it, and then,
And it doesn't have to
We do
be
it.
like perfectly exact. If we
Yeah.
allocate $50 and it comes out to be like 47.30, it's not a big deal. We just have to make the allocation ahead of time.
Okay, all right, I will look into specifics and bring that to the next meeting, and then, yeah, I mean, this isn't like a huge deal project, so don't stress about getting me the maps. If you need like, I don't remember if I gave you like specifics of what I'm hoping for, but if you need me to refresh any of that information, just let me know, or email me, and I can send you what you want it for.
We
Okay.
will need flyers for land trust days.
this is
Well.
Stella Hall, so that would be the first one.
Yeah.
Are these flyers separate from the ones I already made, like something specific, or?
No, I'm just thinking for
Do you have one for Stella Hall made up, except for the map
No.
part?
So I have the general flyer, which is like this is the Coventry Land Trust picture of the squirrel thing. Plus, that was the other thing I was waiting for, is Josh, the QR code for a Venmo.
I'm still waiting on that myself.
How is that possible? I'm sorry. Gosh, I know that like government and bureaucracy and even small town, etc. is so hard, but my goodness. Like, that is just how have people not gotten that okay.
So are you talking about a flyer to advertise Land Trust Day? Or
we can
have a flyer about Stella Hall to have handy on Land Trust Days?
both.
Both.
So I can, if I need to make something that's advertising Land Trust Days, I need to know exactly what I'm doing, exactly what needs to be on it, etc. But as far as Stella Hall goes, I actually do think that the first brochure I made before I made the Whipple one, I think was for Stella Hall.
Great.
So I have that brochure thing, the like, the trifold idea thing for Stella Hall, I'm pretty sure. And then I have that general, this is a Coventry Land Trust property, and then a flyer that's like, what is the Coventry Land Trust? Here's some information. So all of that I have, I just, if I need to make a separate thing by a certain time, I just need to know the specifics of that. And then is the Fellow Hall Land Trust Day before our next meeting?
Yes. Yes. it's
Okay.
October 4th.
So,
Yes.
How about soon?
Yeah.
so,
Yes, we need to discuss that as well.
I mean, I can like really quick right now try and hop on my computer and find some general prices if we like, or I mean, wait, Josh, did you say that you could print stuff there?
If we're doing just, 20, I can, print it out here.
We won't need more than that.
Okay, no. we
Like
don't need
if
to
like
keep
if
it
we
back.
did, like if I mean,
Sorry.
if
guys,
we did
okay.
15 of the trifolds and then like one of each of a flyer thing, like would that be fine to just have you do, even if it's like color and double-sided?
Sure.
Okay, great. So then I'm not gonna rush to figure that out right now. I will do that for next time, but I'll send you, once I get the map for Stella Hall, or the whatever maps you're able to send me, Lynn, then I will finalize that trifold and send that to you, and then I'll send the general flyer that I made, and then yeah, if people just want to get like, do people want me to make a separate flyer, and if so, what exactly am I putting on that?
So this would be things to go up at like the library, and we could potentially send to the schools. We're doing a hike on October 4th at this time. Bring bug spray, come learn about nature. Pretty general.
Okay.
Who's leading these hikes?
So that will be determined. I will be away, but a good showing of us is usually there. So I can send materials as information to lead
Oh,
to you.
to me?
Yeah, or to whomever wishes to run the guide thing, because it's been on Meetup for a month, I think. For a month. And we already have like 16 people signed up there.
Okay.
So I will, all right, so I'm putting, all right, just the basic information. It's at Stella Hall. What's the timing?
October 4th
10 o'clock.
from 10 to noon, I think.
Mhm.
And the land trust members, I think we're gonna be there.
Yep.
Probably at 9.
Yep. Yeah, Rory's already, she told me, so she's a work thing. She has a tent, all set up. She has already sent out letters in regards to a raffle prizes, and she has all the usual things she brings for Land Trust Days, like her guide to scat and things like that. So she's ready to go.
But she's not gonna be there, is that what you said?
I will not be there.
Oh, I thought you just said she had a commitment, but.
No, she's a work commitment
Oh,
tonight.
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
But she'll be there for land trust.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so she's got everything.
Okay, great. So I will make that flyer as soon as I can. And then, is there a sign up for it?
It's not really,
Just to
so,
show up?
yeah, the meetup page is through the Rhode Island Land Trust Council. People can sign up there technically, but you don't have to. But they've already been advertising it through there, and also
Okay.
through the council social media have been advertising it.
Yeah, I've seen, yeah, I just didn't know if you could sign up for it. Okay.
Some people do
Alright,
if they
cool.
want a
I will do
reminder,
that.
doesn't matter either way.
Do we have a rain date?
Not for that. The rain date we have is for the thing with Paul Dolan.
The tree ID.
Yeah.
So do we have a way to tell people if there's huge thunderstorm, just that will cancel, or do we need to be there
Um,
regardless?
I'll put something on the flyer that says like, keep an eye on our Instagram on day of for any pertinent updates.
Yeah.
we've been busy.
Okay, all right. Elsa, I promise you, I will get you that map. Can you give me some idea of the size of the map that you need? Is this taking up the full backside of it, or is this a snippet
Yeah.
of it?
Yeah, so this is
Yeah,
like one
but-
side of the trifold is all the information and pictures, and the other side of the trifold is just a trail map, but what I need them to be is like literally just
Just,
a trail map, like no text, maybe a small legend, but I can add in a legend, so. Yeah, like literally basically just a picture of the map with the trails with the color on them
okay,
and like a couple labeled like landmarks, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no text, no borders, nothing, because I'll like add that.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like 8.5 by 11 size paper.
Okay.
So you could ideally, if you could send it as like as an image file as opposed to like a PDF, that would be
Yeah.
ideal.
Yeah, PNG,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
okay,
Awesome. And yeah, like whichever places you can do, but I guess priority would be Stella Hall because we want that one, but then after that is Whipple.
the trouble with the Whipple map is that we don't have all the trails. Assigned a name or a color.
I
So,
see.
a lot of them have been GPSed. But we need to sit down and I think that's gonna take another special session to figure out how we want to mark them.
Do we
Okay.
want to schedule a session though?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do that as new business or something. But yeah, the Stella Hall one is simple, so that'll be easy to get to quickly. Yeah,
Awesome, I'll keep an eye out for that.
I'll get it to you by,
Okay, amazing.
okay,
That's all I have.
Website, page updates or content.
haven't had a chance to work on it.
We'll need party's name added to the town's website.
Yes.
Already there.
Oh, it is?
So check for them.
Great. There we go.
On my.
Look how fast government works.
Yeah, when it wants to.
Okay.
Arthur. Is it UR? Check.
Alright. So important calendar dates, so we have October 4th. I want to just run through the list and then we discuss them. So October 4th is Land Trust Days. Next Saturday is the thing with Paul Dolan. So Rory will be covering that. But Paul is supposed to be really excellent, so he'll start out in the library, the little ID work, some dichotomous key stuff, and then you go out and practice it on the bike path afterwards.
Yes, good. Yeah, I've been to a lot of his events.
Yeah, you can go. Oh. Yeah, he's looking forward to it. It'll be fun. And then on Thursday, we have the meeting that we're not technically hosting. Correct? The history of Coventry.
Nazi maps?
Yes, yeah. And I think that's it as regards to specific dates. I haven't heard anything from Lakin, the fisher researcher, about picking a date for a talk on fishers.
I know she wanted to do that later in the year.
Yeah,
Winter time-ish.
yeah, I'm not inclined to book her right now.
Yeah.
'Cause she's probably trapping. It's trapping season.
Trapping season.
We've,
Coloring fisher?
yeah, collaring. She's not collaring on our property. She's camera trapping, but probably collaring throughout the state. We've been growing a research program.
Awesome.
Yeah, so she's doing research, we have fungal research, we have fly research. We have Brown is doing frogs. I've done salamanders. I think that's it.
That's fantastic.
That's good.
Hmm.
It's been a lot of just, hey, we have the land, you wanna come,
Yeah,
here's a permit.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
So what we're kind of trialing with Lakin is, kind of as a condition, not officially, but we strongly encourage you to give a presentation on your results to the public. because we did that with
That would be nice.
fungi and flies, and that was like the second biggest crowd the library's ever seen. Big hit.
How was that?
Oh, jeez. Alright, so, let's discuss land trust days. We should get like some snacks, maybe, do we wanna get a porta potty, cause that's what we've had in the past.
How
I
long
will
is it?
send information on what to talk about at natural history things.
Okay,
I think if it's only 2 hours, I think getting a porta potty is maybe not
yeah,
necessary.
I think
Personally.
we can axe the porta potty,
Okay.
because when we last had it at Stella Hall, I think I was the only one who used it. So, and that was only because I'd had too much coffee.
I'm also wondering where we put it, the parking lot there, isn't that great?
Well, it was in the back of the parking lot there. I don't know, but Glenn knew somebody and he arranged it all, so it was very easy and seamless. I
Okay,
don't know the first thing about how to get a porta potty now.
I assume you call porta potty.
Say, can you?
Alright,
But yeah, it's pretty expensive as I recall too.
Mhm.
So it takes a chunk of the budget that we don't really have.
Do we need to put it on the flyer that there will be no
No facilities.
facilities?
Yes.
yeah,
Really? If it's in the woods?
It's the woods. Yeah.
I feel like if we're just saying come out for a hike in the woods, I feel like people coming and being like, why is there no restroom facility at this hike in the woods would be a little bit strange personally, but I don't know. I don't know people, so maybe
Yeah,
I can.
Did we have one at the last one? With that, no, Coventry was the host? Over at, Whipple?
No,
no, we didn't.
we didn't have one.
Yeah,
Whipple.
okay.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Also, aside, McDonald's has to put, careful, this coffee is hot.
That is.
on the-
That's a good
Even if it's just in small print somewhere, I think it's reasonable to.
All right.
Cause I
I'll
mean.
also make
to
sure to
me-
let people know that there might be sticks in the woods.
Yeah,
The other thing is,
Sign
if you have
the-
folks who are coming who may,
have a long way to go.
yeah, or have some mobility concerns, it helps them to know if there's a bathroom on site.
And I do remember going someplace up in North Smithfield, it was a nice trail system, and they did have a static, in place toilet. So people might have, if they've been to other places, they might have unrealistic expectations about what we provide. So,
Just,
All right, I'll put something in
keywords.
words.
but we'll provide some foods, we
Okay.
can,
so I'll get snacks.
Don't provide beverages.
Oh,
No.
you need porta potty.
we'll provide some,
So
provide chips.
I'll pick up snacks and water,
more bottles.
small bottles, single serve, it's the tiny ones.
Mhm.
Is Rory having a table? Does she have a table?
She's got everything.
Does she have a way to transport it there?
I will ask her.
Okay, cause I don't think she has a very big car, could be wrong.
I have a pickup truck if needed.
Oh, okay,
Me too. And trailer.
oh, okay. The big guns are coming out,
Alright.
alright. I'll get snacks and water. What else do we got? List.
So I'm sorry, who is leading this hike?
That is to be determined. I will be sending the materials on the natural history of Stone Hall. To use to guide the hike, but I will be at sea.
Which makes me very nervous.
You will be fine.
I don't know any biology, so if we get questions about it, I'm not gonna be able to answer.
I love iNaturalist, and it's gonna come in handy. Does everybody, do you have that app, Lynn?
Yes, I do.
There you go. That's all you need.
So, I just tell people, if you have a question, look it up on iNaturalist.
Or just, you quickly do it and there you go. But I don't think anybody, I don't know, I don't really have a good sense of like what the demographic or type of people are coming to these things is, but I don't imagine it's going to be people coming and being like, what is this specific type of fungus on this tree? I think they're making.
Fungus, you
Just
never.
gonna-
know. But for
I just
fungus,
think, I think if you know like a few trees and a few plants that are common in the area like that, that's probably more than enough.
for fungus, we can direct them to fungal forests that occur at Stella Hall every so often.
I can help with some plants and
Okay,
trees.
are you gonna be able to attend
I will,
October 4th?
I will.
Excellent, okay. Christina, are you gonna be able to attend?
Most likely.
Okay.
Also, will you be there?
Else?
That's a good question. There's actually random mom, but I think I'm getting dragged into playing in the Rocky Hill Alumni Field Hockey game, which is on that day.
Oh,
So I will actually probably be back in Rhode Island for that day.
afternoon, I think usually, yeah.
I hope so, but I will try. I will try to be, as I will try. I also make it clear I am going to try to be there in person for as many meetings as I can. I just started this program, so I couldn't be there today. But I will try to be there for that.
Okay,
But I'll let you guys know. But it seems like there's a good number of people already that can go, so hopefully that takes some of the stress off them.
okay,
You'll be fine.
we'll go for it. I mean, how bad can it be, right? They never come to another land trust day.
No. No, you'll be fine.
All right, have to get you a hat now.
They're so cool.
A t-shirt from
But we'll
Rory.
talk about that after.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
so I'll get the snacks and the water. Do we need to have a pre-hike to clear any trash?
I don't
It's
think
usually
so.
pretty clean.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And there's one of the residents around the area goes through and picks up trash every day. Other than the stuff way at the end, like the old car that we need out. There's an old car.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not sure we can take the car out. I don't have
Oh, yeah.
access to a tow truck,
Big,
but
big. There's
again,
like
it's
some
again,
barrels.
it's how accessible is it?
And that part's actually not that bad.
Okay,
It's probably pretty much like Bowden was.
okay. I don't know if
How,
getting into cars, it gets a little,
It's a very old car
yeah,
that
usually,
has been used as target practice.
yeah. It's more of I mean, we have machinery, we have Kubotas, so you have front end lifters, maybe we do have forks, so I don't know if it'll lift a car.
Like it's probably about yay big, the piece I'm thinking of, and then there's the barrels that also beneath the target
Oh,
practice.
okay, it's not a whole car.
No,
Oh, okay,
no.
piece of the
Piece.
car.
Scattered. We don't know what.
Yeah.
But most of the trail to get there is pretty wide, because it's an old road.
Okay, That
And
helps.
then it curves and narrows to maybe this big.
what is the car?
Um. So cars over here.
You can mark on there.
and where is the trailhead?
So this is
all very open.
Yeah, super wide. Like you can drive a truck down there, no problem.
Basically all the way up to here.
Yeah, this is still pretty wide. Right here, it might be a bit narrow, but other than that, it's pretty good. Let me see.
That part, Sandy's?
Yes. Yeah. Do you happen to know the history of Stump Pond?
No.
This is something we've been trying to figure out.
No, but I know the location of the Conservation Commission's, I was telling you about their cache that they put out there and
Yeah, the geocache.
geocache.
That's fun.
I put it there, so I know the location. I don't know if it's still there, that was ages ago,
Yes, check it out.
15 years ago.
Okay, so
So,
We'll meet at 9 o'clock at the Stella Hall. Somebody will be at the parking area to kind of help people park.
Yeah.
We have to be a little bit careful on that curve because it's kind of sharp.
I would expect people just driving by, stopping and asking what
Yeah,
happens, because that happens at every Fungal Four. We get
Okay.
curious people, which is good.
What else? I guess the advertising has already been done.
I think so. Other
Um,
than like throwing a couple flyers to the library or to the schools, we're pretty out there.
Okay. And Rory's got the raffle under control,
Mhm.
and we don't know yet whether we can accept donations
You can by check.
by
Do we
check.
need that receipt booklet?
I can certainly, give that to, somebody.
Okay.
And Josh, you'll re-ping somebody about the Venmo thing?
Yep.
Lovely. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry that you keep having to do the same thing.
Okay. So I guess it's under control.
Mhm. It'll be fun.
Okay, so I'm gonna ping you
Yes.
to get
I will.
the your notes.
Do we need, if we're providing water and snacks, do we need a trash can and recycling?
Hmm,
Shall I
good
bring
thought.
those?
Yeah, or a bag or something.
and this is trash bag.
And someone should bring some magnets, so you can
Some what?
distribute
Oh,
them, the
yeah.
magnets.
Yeah.
All right, Elsa, if you get the flyers done, I can always print them at work and drop them at schools.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to do that within the next couple days.
Okay.
But no promises.
Oh. What's our path gonna be? So we'll start obviously at the parking area. Do we wanna go all the way up the end of the old trail? Do we wanna go around here and then back to the beaver dam?
That's what I would have done. Because
Okay.
the scenic view is a really nice spot to just kind
Yeah.
of stop and,
Yeah,
here we can talk about northern
Yep.
hardwoods, upland hardwoods, and then we're getting into what is this? This is shrub swamp. What's that? That's cedar swamp. Oh, look, pine barren. Come back. Look pretty.
go home.
Yeah.
Okay,
And it's a
Right.
nice sort of loop
okay,
ending here.
cause I did do that one once and it's nice, but it gets a little,
Yeah, it's
there's
a
a
little,
lot more down trees
yeah,
over there. So.
yeah, and it's not as dramatic of a
Yeah.
forest defense.
Okay. All right, well, it is what it is. You're right, we'll be fine.
Deep breaths.
Deep breaths. Okay. I guess that's it.
Any other important calendar dates? Oh, we also have the Land and Water Summit is next March, but that's several months out. Potential properties of interest. So we discussed the Andrea property. Is there any other new property related business we want to discuss here?
No, I'm still working. I have not yet, but I will before the next meeting, finish the proposed draft of a letter that we can send out to the various landowners. I propose that we send a letter to that big property next to his acre, because that acre all by itself seems kind of silly. But, if it's abutting a lot of other property, then
Can we pull a list of people that are designated farm forest? And send it to all of them, because they're already protecting their property.
it's a really good idea.
And
Where would that list be?
The tax assessor
well,
has it, I bet.
it's in the tax assessor, absolutely, and it's in GIS, if, like my property is, it'll, if you scroll down the bottom, it says farm forest.
But every
Oh,
year,
really? Okay.
the tax assessor's office sends out a letter
Every
to
town.
all of those people asking
Oh,
if you
yeah.
want to renew it.
Yep.
Farm forest.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
So if they've
But,
kept it
but
up,
I,
then,
that they must have a list that's much easier than going through all of
Yeah,
them.
Yeah, they have to, because they send out a letter every
Every-
year.
I do it too, so, yeah.
Mhm. And I know the guy behind me is in Farm Forest, I'm in Farm Forest.
Mm.
And you guys are looking at a property on Baker Valley, that's, what's the guy behind me? And Concrete, no, they own Concrete Pond.
Mm.
That'd be a great property to get, you're eventually gonna get my properties. So that would create a very
big
large
block.
block
yeah,
if you guys want
Yes.
it.
Sure, we will.
it's always better if we can to create pieces that are, part of one big amoeba versus little fragments here and there. Better for connectivity. Grant opportunities, I haven't seen anything, national or otherwise.
Right up.
Research updates, I have none. I am gonna inquire though how things are going with Lakin, because I haven't heard, and I'm curious. Elsa, have you heard anything about, the Brown professor and her frog research?
No, I have not, but I'm also gonna reach out to her and see if there's any update. I know the project that she was doing was like is a long-term thing where she's looking at a lot of different locations, and I doubt that there's been any significant updates since the whenever that was. It was sometime this year, so but I'm also curious about that, so I'm gonna reach out and ask.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be detailed. I fully expect, if anything, they're just data processing. Just curious if there were any issues or things they noticed or plans for next year, stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Fundraising and membership opportunities. We've kind of touched on this a little bit already in regards to donations. So we can accept donations. It's just the Venmo question, but we can accept them, which is good.
So my question would be to clarify, monies that are received via donation would go to the protected account that we only can use for
Yep.
purchase.
It would go towards the land trust general account.
So
Meaning we can use it for expenses?
Yes,
Not acquisition.
it's not going into the
Are you sure?
real estate tax. then.
that is my understanding of it.
I'm hoping that that is correct, that I don't know that that was the case, or didn't sound like that's the case in the guidelines for development of the land trust. But I'd rather have it go into an account that we can utilize, because we're hamstringed by how much little we get from the town as far as expenditures, and
Right.
what we should be doing as far as managing properties, so that takes money, and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that's a problem I was running into back 10 years ago.
Mhm.
You know, we wanted to do all these things, and at the time, the town manager considered a lot of things that we were doing as capital improvements, minimum $5,000, and it has to be good for 10 years. Well, I'm just doing foresting. I wanted to hang bird nesting boxes, have the troops, the scouts, build the boxes and come out and put them out once we did our first, opening or patch cut. Put the bird boxes around the outside, but I couldn't buy the bird boxes because we didn't have the budget. And I couldn't tap into any other fund. I couldn't tap into the acquisition fund. So, I wanted to just make sure that if somebody donates some money, because I know I'm willing to donate money also, that it's something that we can use, not that goes straight to our restricted fund and we can't do anything with it.
I am almost positive that it is going into the land trust general.
Okay.
Have something on our table saying, care to make a donation, donations to the land trust can go towards educational programs, research programs and maintenance of
Yeah.
public
Mhm.
spaces.
we can't accept pocket change, all
Yeah.
right? Because we can't take a receipt.
Yeah.
Or we have
We
no
check
way
only.
to
Oh, yeah.
document
Right.
that,
It has to,
a check.
as of right now, it has to be a check and it has to say on it for the Coventry Land Trust.
But
In the,
Or Venmo soon.
yeah,
If we could have a vet, like, I know I'm realizing that this is unlikely, but if we could get a Venmo QR code within the next week or so that I could put that on the flyer. I mean, we could just have the same flyer that we put up to advertise, like also at the Land Trust days, but also the main Land Trust like flyer that I made to like just put at every site. That also has a place for the QR code, which is what I'm waiting on it for. But again, that isn't very helpful, and I don't really know what I'll have to like reorganize the flyer if we don't get that within the next week, because there's just like a whole long flyer.
What if people want to give $5 or $10 and they have it in their pocket? If they gave it to me and at the end of the session, I wrote a check.
I'm not comfortable with that. There's no paper trail.
yeah,
But what we can say, in lieu of Venmo, you can do a check and you can always mail it to, X if they really enjoy their time and they go home and think about it.
yeah. Yeah, if people do want to write a check afterwards, have them mail it to the planning department.
Okay,
Attention, Coventry Land Trust.
okay. Is it at least putting it out there says we can take donations
Mhm.
and we're looking.
Well, why can't, if she's writing the check, then whether it's her money or somebody else's money, and you could put a control in there where at the end of the day, somebody basically had your true deed leadership where one person counts with another person. This is, okay, we collected X amount of dollars. It's verified by a second person. All right, I'm going to physically write the check out for X amount of dollars, and then I will then take that cash. If that cash gets lost or it's, I mean, I guess the one trouble could be that if you take in $100 and you write the check for $50, then at that point, but if you have a second person, you do it on site to verify, then at least you're not taking it home and saying, okay, well, I'm gonna write a check later and I'm counting it out in the privacy of my own home by myself. Oh, there's only X amount of dollars. I'm gonna write it for less than X amount of dollars. You do it immediately right there in the presence of somebody else, or you seal it up and do it in the presence. You don't open it until, I don't know, this, you could probably do it as long as you have two people always overseeing it.
Authenticating it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Like with
think
crypto
the
now.
problem is going to be with the people across the street. I think they are going to have more of a problem with cash.
you mean the abutting neighbors?
No, the
Oh, I
folks
know what
in
you're saying.
town hall.
Yeah,
But they're not gonna get cash. They're gonna get a donation from me.
Right, like cash will be cash will be involved. And given
There's no.
the
receipt.
troubles that we can't take cash here in the planning department.
we do. But we have a software, rec software that records, so as long as the cash that we take in corresponds with the recorded amount that we have when somebody plays for a program or something like that. So then we can then send that cash off, but there's a record through our rec software that everything gets rectified, everything to the dollars. So if you guys don't have absence of that,
Yeah.
maybe that's why you guys don't take cash, because we can verify it with rec software, whereas
We can't.
you guys can't. It's
Yeah.
basically an honor system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys must have to take in cash and checks and all sorts of stuff for kids who are
Concessions
participating in.
and-
Yeah, I mean, people come in and they'll pay, you can pay online, but then if they choose not to because of the processing fee, they can come in,
pay
cash
back.
or check, yeah, yeah. But I think as long as you have two people to check each other and make sure that there is nothing untoward going on, then, it's something to consider at least.
Maybe like some form where you gotta sign off, I said this was $50.
Right.
You said this was,
Right. Even if it's your own individual, because all finance is gonna see is whoever writes the check.
Mhm.
Which one of you writes the check and the amount that was collected, but internally, you have your own checks and balances to be like, okay, I verified that we took in this, it was double checked by somebody else, and we're writing a
But would the
check.
cash donators have to get a receipt?
No, I think it would just be, they're just giving it.
Declare.
Because they're not expecting to like.
Right,
declare
they have a
it.
dollar,
Yeah.
it's like giving a tip, it's just
Yeah.
$1 here,
If they
$5 here.
said, can I get a receipt? We just have to say, no, we don't have the ability to do that
Well,
Unless you write a check.
unless you write a check. But if they want to throw their pocket change in a fish bowl.
Hmm.
That's
I
what. we'd
mean,
be-
I mean,
that's
most
what we'd
people
be
who
collecting.
give a donation and a small pocket change, I don't think would be looking
Yeah.
for
a receipt or
a receipt, yeah. If it was maybe a larger, maybe 25, definitely 50, 100, something like that, they'd probably want something. But if you had a $5 bill or a dollar bill in your pocket and throw it into a jar,
Yeah,
it-
go to the pet store, they have sorts of donation buckets. You never
Yeah,
expect. to
It's
get a
something we
receipt.
need to resolve.
Okay, for
Let-
this time, we'll just have checks only.
yeah, but let's keep discussing it, maybe we can do that. I just wanna be hyper aware of the fact this town has had such bad mismanagement with its
Absolutely.
finances. I don't
100%.
wanna, yeah,
Yep, that's why if you have your own internal checks and balances, and then if there is any question from across the street, it's like, nope, we have paperwork right here, date, location, amount collected, who signed off, second person who signed off, verifying it, and here's the check written by which member in the same amount that has been, you're 100% in the right.
Can we bring the money collected?
I'm not touching them.
Parks and Rec would then cut us a check. Get it in your system and
Yeah.
then transfer the money to us.
That would make it more complicated.
You're right.
That would make it more complicated, because we have to go to the town to get a check cut. So it would be, and the only way we accept cash is because we've logged it into our rec software, so it would be up to any of you to write a check.
okay.
You,
no, not me.
not you, not me, but it's
Yeah.
something to consider. I'm not saying it's off the table, but
Mm,
there's controls that you can put in place internally that
yeah,
I think would satisfy
Okay.
finance.
yeah, cause the one issue is checks is no one carries checks anymore.
Correct.
Mm.
Yeah,
Problem.
yeah,
Not even many people carry cash anymore.
no,
Alright, well, thank you. We'll keep discussing next meeting. Let's have it all churning in our heads. On to onboarding materials. So this is why Artie, you're coming at a really good time. There is no existing onboarding package. And we are trying to create one.
Marty has one.
Yes,
This is what I was given.
nice. Yeah.
Amazing.
Who gave you that?
Yeah,
Oh, Frank, when I joined.
Oh,
it's a beast. Oh, I
that
like
was-
this.
As the
For
state
fee?
resolution, the town
Yeah.
resolution, and it has a lot of things on,
What is the land?
Land Trust Alliance and how to manage properties and blah, blah.
Okay.
How to care for the properties,
This is amazing.
lots and lots and lots and lots.
did you read the whole
Where did
thing?
this,
Oh, I'm sure I did. As I roll my eyes.
Who did this wildlife assessment? Because that's the format I use. Or I was taught to use.
I don't know. It was done before my time. It probably came out of DEM, I would imagine.
Mhm. Yeah, this is a full assessment. This is really cool.
That was helpful. I'll give it
Okay, we should
Pass it around.
find a way, so.
This- We've been starting to make a list of things that we think should be in the onboarding packet.
Mhm.
And trying to use this opportunity of, you're new-ish coming back, she's relatively brand new, we're not, of, okay, what do we think as someone who's new versus someone who's not, what's important to know?
How would you feel about letting me borrow this till the next meeting and I could scan it and
Well,
send it around?
it
Unless you think it's already in some digital format
It
somewhere.
should be in Josh's files somewhere. That's where it came from. And I would imagine the constituent parts are in some file, because Paul didn't put that together by himself, out of a whim. It
Yeah,
was something that they had available and copied for each new member. And sure, absolutely anybody can borrow it.
What's the date on that?
When
It's
he's
stated.
13 probably, that's when I joined.
It would not surprise me if there's no electronic copy of any of that anywhere,
just
but
because it's too old.
probably.
But you could
Yeah, we're-
reproduce it.
Most
But
of it are probably word processing documents, right?
yeah, but so it may actually be helpful to just scan the entire thing as a document, just for archival purposes.
Well, some of the things like the Lynch to the Lions, their whole
That's all
spiel
modern.
in there, that's outdated.
Mhm.
There's a newer one, so no, getting the latest and greatest would be preferable, but
Yeah.
it's not good information.
The ordinance will need, but those habitat lists are nice, and old maps are nice, just for context.
And if I do this at work, I could scan it in sections. And put it in a folder so that if we want to replace sections with updated versions of sections, we could create handbooks.
Yeah, absolutely.
It says right here, funding for land trust acquisitions may come from donations.
But it doesn't say funding for general use.
No. But I'm talking about the property for the, what was their name?
Andrea,
Andrea property.
The $1.
Funding
Yeah,
for land
the only
trust
question I
acquisition
had about that was,
donations.
do we accept every property that people want to give? Because it does take something off the tax rolls. It has to have a use for us. If it doesn't, then, the guy's gotta figure out a way to sell it to his neighbor or something. And come up with a realistic price. So, just trying to get out of paying taxes, or just stop paying taxes and the town will take it over anyway.
But will they put a lien on any of other properties of his or something,
No, I think they just take the property,
No?
if you don't pay your taxes. then-
yeah, I mean, if that's the only property in town that he owns, they kind of don't have any other recourse.
Or our ordinance is also to, preserve Coventry's rural character.
Mhm.
So, in that sense, it does uphold that, charge. I think though, it is something we should start to think about, donation criteria, perhaps down the line. Especially if we start getting bombarded.
Yeah, cause I would, first impression, I would say no, it doesn't really do anything for us. It helps him out, it doesn't do anything for the town, for the land. If we have to jump through a lot of hoops to try to figure out how can we utilize the property, then
If we have to pay $5,000 to get it surveyed.
How do we find out that? I mean, if he's donating it, is his expectation that he's going to get some sort of tax benefit for having like
Oh, it's a donation to a nonprofit, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that, for that
So,
reason, it needs
for-
to be appraised first, yeah.
Right, and I believe, and I believe I came across something that said that the person who is donating the property has to pay for the appraisal.
So he may not want to do that. So I got the
Which is-
impression he doesn't want to spend any.
Which is gonna be more than what the guy next door offered him,
Oh, yeah.
so,
It's gonna cost them something either way it goes.
He's exploring his options though.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I wanna know what the process is, cause you know, eventually I'll be going through that process. So I'd like to know what the process is.
Education for us.
yeah.
Well. I had started a list.
Yeah.
Of things to include.
I like the areas of expertise. That's good.
um, So we have a lot of these things put together already. It's just a matter of piling them into a big document. But this was just a start and I
Man,
didn't know if we wanted to have.
management plans. Should have that on
Yeah.
there.
So the forest management plans that,
Yeah, or there's a couple. I think they're wildlife ones, I think. I could be wrong. Conservation plans.
They're called conservation management plans.
That's it. Yeah, they have.
We just call them management plans, forest
Yeah.
management plan, cause
I've got the three you sent me.
Mhm.
Neon, Groat, and Bowden are all conservation management. Yeah.
and I just added for myself, your research stuff.
Hmm.
Sort of, where you did that
The,
compilation of that, you know, wildlife out there.
oh, the assessments.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and, I just had one. Oh, open meeting laws.
Mhm.
Yeah, just like a summary or something of that. Just because that's not gonna be familiar to someone who's not done, public service before.
I think there isn't an index in this one.
no. It's exactly as it was given to me. It's just a compilation of various documents that you might find.
Yeah, so there might, maybe there's something in here that we'll want to add,
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
an index. Let's make sure we do an index.
Yeah, or table of contents or something, something paid through. Oh, the new ordinance.
Yes, that's what the land trust town charter. That's what I meant by that.
Okay.
But we'll have to develop the purchase of development right workflow and the property purchase workflow because. Right
It
now. we don't
sounds
have
like
that
some of
down.
those are in here, or at least started,
Mhm.
so that will give
Yeah.
us a jumping off place.
Do we want to schedule a special session to put this together?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
You know, we just get all the documents. Like I think maybe we email them all to you, Josh, and then we'll sit down here with the computer and arrange them. Nice. So we get like a binder or something coming out of it.
As well, because it would take the full meeting. You did on the
Yeah.
schedule meeting date.
No, we need a special session.
It sounds like we'll, because it's almost 8:20, we're probably gonna need a special session to look at the bylaw, like. Talk about bylaws too. Should that be at the same meeting?
I think we'll be able to talk about it today.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we should put.
Okay, well, this was just meant to be a start for us to brainstorm on, so. We can use our document and add to this, and then
Let's,
I'll make a motion to schedule a special session for compile this onboarding materials list.
do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
I. Jenna, when are you
Yes.
gonna be back?
The 20th.
Of September? October.
Back on land. I'm assuming we want to do Tuesday evening, just because that seems to work for everybody.
So the 21st is our meeting, our regular meeting in
Mhm.
October.
I would actually prefer it not to be on a Tuesday,
No? Okay.
if possible.
What other days?
Any other day.
Do we have scheduling problems with this room?
Maybe, but I mean, I won't know until like, Conscom is the second Wednesday. Historic preservation meets, I want to say on a Thursday, but I'll check on that. That's basically it for this room.
What about a Monday?
Sure.
And if we do it 5:30 versus 6:30, would anyone be opposed?
Not at all.
Monday, the 27th at 5:30.
Yeah.
September or October?
October.
And we need a quorum for that?
Yep.
Mhm.
You said, Monday, October 27th
27th,
at 5:30.
5:30.
Just make sure.
So in the interim, just start sending documents. And then we can go through all the documents there and decide what we want to keep and what we don't.
On it.
Grabbing my bag of tricks.
It is a big bag.
You're lucky I didn't bring the laptop.
Letter for potential acquisition, we already discussed that on this. Okay. Draft,
After I'll get it for next time.
so draft monitoring template is somewhere. Okay.
I think it's the last thing on there.
Yes. So I'm thinking of personally marking this up myself and taking some stuff out that we don't need, like farm. Because we don't have any farms.
Yeah.
But I like how it's just a simple, like, yes, no, I want it to be easy, you can check things off, and this way. If it's like a sort of a binary yes, no, or multi-selection thing, we can throw it into a computer real easily. And run numbers on it.
Did you want to just do that for next time and
That's what I'm
Move on.
thinking, yeah.
okay.
Yep. So. Old business Pettigrew property. Need updates. Well, the council. Or I was supposed to go to the council.
Yeah, I still need the, packet to go to hand to the, council, which, the, map, the property analysis,
Mhm.
all that stuff.
Okay. Isn't the analysis 2 weeks ago, I think? 2-3 weeks ago, the summary.
The summary was. I'll check. I thought that. Linda had done a draft. I was under the
Mhm.
impression it was still a draft.
Hmm. Maybe it is.
We're talking Pettigrew,
Mhm.
and that's already been approved by Land Trust to acquire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, appraised everything, now it just has to go to council.
I'm surprised the DEM didn't pick it up to add it to the management area that's right there.
He approached us directly.
Seems to recall him saying that PM wanted something from him that he wasn't willing to.
They wanted
Actually,
public
no.
access,
Okay.
yeah.
He wasn't able to negotiate on it with them, so it's,
That makes sense.
I'll go back and check to make sure we have everything.
You should have the map,
Oh, I have
Yes.
it.
because I had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not a draft. I have this letter.
Okay.
I'm just gonna forward this on to you right now.
Yeah.
Before I forget.
Was that everything that you need then? For the packet?
I need the letter.
Mhm.
I need the map. I'm trying to think of what we had last time for Monday.
You need that appraisal form?
Yep.
In there?
The appraisal. Basically that's it, unless Jenna, did you do a biological analysis?
I did.
You attached that to
Uh,
Linda's letter, if I recall correctly, is that right?
I'm looking. I remember sending it.
Okay.
Look it up. Where is it?
Yeah, I can get that on Doug's radar, who will then take it and put it onto the town onto a town council agenda.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And I'll dig through my email and resend it. Cause I remember sending that. So the Hayes property, still, it's not for sale to my knowledge. Not sure what we want to do there. I think we had decided to just keep an eye on it. If it shows up for sale, so we wanna take it off the agenda.
Might flow. If I'm not gonna do anything with it.
If that ever changes and someone drives past it again.
Yeah.
I'll make sure they get a letter.
Yeah.
With.
Yeah.
That you're gonna send out to property owner.
And we did do a site walk almost 3 years ago for it.
Stored by.
Mhm. Ongoing general, property management, it's a general trail system.
I was at Whipple last couple days ago, most of the trail signs are still up. I didn't see any broken ones, I didn't walk the full thing, but most of them are still up. And one of the no motorized vehicles signs was still up. Coming down the hill. The other one going up the hill had been removed. I didn't see any signs of homelessness or increase in the ATV damage. What was it for Whipple? Again, I only did the short segment.
I was there last week too, and I did the outer yellow,
they didn't-
agreed.
See it, okay, cool. And then I was at Bowden, a couple of weeks ago, the no vehicle signs were still up there. At least at the beginning at Trailhead, I only walked down to the cut. And also on the opposite side at Sullivan. And Sullivan is where, we have some cleanup to do. There's a large gasoline can, maybe 10-15 gallon gasoline can. And some other assorted materials sort of in one pocket. I think we can get it out by hand and then pull it to the trailhead and on Ledge Road, Ledge Road, and so Scott can come and get it.
can and or should we file a police report for dumping?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not sure if it would help anything. That's
Mm.
my thing.
Probably
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's huge, this is pretty, in the grand scheme of things, this is pretty minor.
Yeah, and I know, like, this is the issue of having public land, you know, things get dumped on state land all the time.
Yep.
So,
The stuff at Stella Hall sounds like it's more of a problem than.
Yeah.
This is little enough that a couple of us can probably drag it out to the road.
Hmm.
So,
I think it was related to homeless encampments and be worth it,
mm,
only because there's an increased number lately, it seems. If it's just debris that's back there,
this looks like it was.
at least a little understaffed as it is.
yeah,
Couple of hot spots that I talk to residents about, I tell them, call the police. They're like, well, the police sometimes don't come, and it's like, yeah, they might not if they're dealing with drug busts and other arrests and stuff, they may
yeah,
not
they've
come,
been
but
quite busy lately.
yeah, but homeless encampments have, activity has increased, so if it's related to that, it'd be good, so maybe they could at least either monitor or know, so when they pull statistics, at least it's recorded somewhere.
Mm, okay. Josh, were you ever able to ask the acting chief about ATVs?
No, I thought about it a couple of times, but I never actually followed through.
It's even just like 10 minutes on the phone,
Mhm.
chatting with him about this issue, because it's an attractive nuisance. And I'm very concerned about it.
This is a dumb question, but do we have no hunting signs on the properties?
The what times?
No hunting?
No,
I think it's allowed,
no,
it's just not allowed,
yeah,
Yeah,
it's this
uh-huh.
town.
yeah.
That there is a hunting nest at Bodewood when we went back. My foreman and
Really?
I, it was on, yeah, once you get to the end, and I think it says yellow trail, and you take a left, if you went straight, I think you'd like eventually go into the water. Once you take that left, maybe about 50 feet, 100 feet, if you look to your left, there is it's older.
Mm.
But there is a hunting
Is there,
blind stand, whatever.
so it doesn't look active?
I don't think so. It looks like it's been there for a while.
We had a guy baiting in Grote. I discovered the bait evidence maybe a year and a half ago, and then we found the actual site several months ago. The environmental police checked it out. By the time they got there, because the camera rigged up, the like, cellular, I must have spooked the guy just standing in front of it, but
Yeah.
I wanna know. This baiting is not, and no hunting, so.
Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind the next time I'm down at Bowden, I'll go check it out, see if it's, we need to take it down or something.
There's an old one in Sullivan as well, so we need to get taken down.
I'm just on the other side of 117. If you go to Bowden,
Oh,
some
terrific.
company, I'll
Okay.
go. I'm a hunter, so I
You'll
hang
nice.
stands. I can help take them
Okay.
down too.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's somebody baiting,
Yeah.
I'd also like to help getting them out of there.
Well, I found, so, not this past winter, the previous winter, I found coyote poop, in the trail in Sullivan that had corn in it. And I went, coyotes don't find wild corn. And, found the bait site full of corn. The environmental police would not have.
I also have tons of trail cameras and cellular cameras that I'm willing to self utilize. Yeah, because I have to manage my own property, to keep people out, no ATVers, just people walking, people taking their dogs and not cleaning up, so I have cameras all over my properties.
We also need, at some point, and this kind of gets into our next one, to put up signs that say no motorized vehicles in Sullivan, and we also need to put boundary markers, because people don't know where Bowden ends and where their property begins.
Very true.
It's, so I guess I would like to have another special session. Special session. To look at the Whipple trails and assign names and or colors so that we can get those markers and signs up at Whipple. So I make a motion that we have a special session for signing colors and or names to the Whipple trails that are so far unmarked.
There a second,
Oh, I'll second.
all in favor?
I had, for the Whipple property, I had created a trail map
Okay,
with distances, colors, everything, but I wasn't allowed to mark anything or put it up.
okay,
Do you have it?
I do have it.
You
Oh,
have.
there you go.
okay.
I'm a pack rat, I don't know. I don't drop anything.
Maybe it doesn't need a special session, then maybe we just look at it at a meeting and.
You have to make sure that it was up to date, but I did walk all the
Okay.
trails with my GPS and
Yes.
then transferred that onto Google Maps and printed out something and then put distances, so if you wanted to take a walk, well, this one's only 10 minutes, this one's 30 minutes, this
Okay.
one's,
Well, maybe you and I can meet up together then at some point and just go through it.
Sure.
Together. Use it kind of, cause,
if you give me
I
your email
GPS
address,
it
I'll
all.
send it to you.
Okay, yeah, I GPS it all too. And now it's just a question of getting out there to finalize what we wanna call them, so that we can finalize the map with the right colors and stuff. We're trying to avoid having more trail cuts put by people in there and fragment it all out, so. Okay, yeah,
So no special session.
no specials, I retract my motion. What's the thing?
Yeah, sorry, I'm not retracting my second.
And you also-
We'll apply it to something else.
It's official.
I make a
Yeah.
motion to not have a special session after all.
I'll second that.
Okay.
All in favor?
I just.
A special session.
Yeah.
Just never got around to it.
I'll reschedule it after you've seen what I've done and said, no, this is crap and we need to actually have one and make it right.
Okay,
Awesome.
okay, that's all I have. Oh. We also need to put up the replacement signs at Bowden that Larry made, but we can talk about that next time.
Perhaps bring them to the land trust place and maybe if someone has like a spark of energy afterwards,
Okay.
if you feel like it.
Yeah.
I've seen the kiosk at Bowman. Does the planning department still have the full-size kiosks? When I was there, we had like 6 or 7 in storage.
If we do, we have no idea where they are.
And we had built a full-size
I remember you telling us about them.
thing. I have that also, to put in that. No, it was huge, as bordered by all various animals you might see.
It's interesting that you mentioned that, because Lynn and I had a conversation that noting that the kiosks leave a little bit to be desired. Right, so what I had proposed to Lynn was, if the land trust will design and get whatever insert is going to be in there, then making the actual kiosks themselves, my guys could do it over the winter, because we're always looking for winter projects. We have a wood shop in the basement of our community center. So, the only thing that we would need to know is, to start with, is dimensions.
Mhm.
Would be the most important thing. Beyond that, we may have to have somebody either a landscape company or somebody like that actually, auger the holes. Cause my guys are not gonna be able to drill holes, post holes to get them down in, especially if there's either ledge or rock or compacted earth or whatever.
That's what stopped us. We couldn't figure out who we did. dig the
Yeah,
hole
you would,
first.
you would need somebody with some kind of auger to just kind of get that
Yeah,
in,
who were the
but
Public Works and.
that's
and-
a future problem.
Mhm.
In the most immediate, then, if the land trust wants to consider what would go into the kiosk,
Mhm.
what design, a map, a legend, whatever, some permanent thing, not like a bulletin board that you swap it out, but just some permanent graphic artwork that would go in. Maybe something that can be printed that is professionally printed, that is weather resistant, maybe graffiti resistant. Usually sign companies should be able to do those. Then my guys can design a kiosk, or if there's one that's a design that's favorable, it's like, oh yeah, we like this type of design,
That's great.
whatever, then, you know, we can do something like that over that's a good winter project. It's not something we would be able to do now, but it's, I would say from after Thanksgiving-ish, depending on the weather, until probably through February, we do a lot of indoor work.
Oh, that's perfect.
So, you know, something like that will.
I was
keep
going to
them
and I
busy.
keep saying this, but I was gonna reach out to the Situate Land Trust people, because they had, I don't know if anybody's been on their properties this year, but just in this past 6 months, they've added a bunch of signs on their properties, which
Okay.
are really lovely.
Yeah,
They're like color, they've got information about certain species in that area or what's special about that property. So they have that at Lawton Farm, they have it at the, just off of, Naughty Oak there in Situate. I can take some pictures of them next time I'm out there, but yeah, they're nice, and whoever made those, it'd be nice to know where they got them done and
Yeah,
how much they were, so.
yeah.
Jeff, can we check the files? It's a pretty big. It's about this long and about that tall, full color kiosk sign that the land
I
trust
think I've
produced.
seen one.
Just so that now everybody can see what we did.
I think I actually have a hard copy.
Yeah,
Or
it was printed out
actually,
professionally.
Printed out, yeah.
Yes. If you could bring that to the next meeting so everybody can
Yeah.
see, and then we can figure out, I don't know, I still have the design on my computer. I might be able to, I didn't actually put it together. Someone from the library did.
Oh, I
But
think you sent it to me. And
I
can't
did,
open
I
that.
did.
Yeah,
Well, because it was so old, it
Yeah.
was,
What's the file type? Do you know, was it a DXF?
I don't know.
File?
It was one of the early Microsoft products, real early, but I still have it and it still works on my computer.
oh, I can see a preview of it. Apparently.
Yeah, I think I PDF to you, see.
Yeah,
see it.
yeah, it's a PDF. Okay,
Oh, I remember seeing that.
yeah, that's real pretty.
And borders are, animals and fish and birds and.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. I think we have it rolled up in somebody's office.
Yeah, well, we spent a lot of time putting that together, a lot of work to do it, if we can update it.
Shouldn't be too much to update it, right?
No, new map, whatever your current
Yeah.
map is.
Yeah, but keep like the general layout. These guidelines are, I think, the same.
Update the logo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that. Actually, there is no logo for the
Oh, there
land
you go.
trust on here. No, just the town logo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you, Scott, for,
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah,
we definitely wanna pick you up on that offer.
oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys just have to work on getting the inserts
Oh,
designed and made.
What about the materials, so the wood and whatnot,
We'll take care of that. My department will take care of that.
Thank you.
plywood for us?
Cause you'll have to, yeah. Cause I'm the way I would envision it being done is that you would need that insert would then, you don't want a piece of plexiglass over it. It's eventually, I mean, you could, eventually, you just have to know that it's gonna eventually either fog out or need to be replaced or whatever, but, I don't know what the one in Situate is like, but, I mean, you can get sign making companies to do anti-graffiti, all weather, material that it can get printed on. Yeah, I mean, it may cost a little bit, so it may be something that you don't do all trails all at once, but it may be as they come up,
Yeah,
it's-
the main trailhead.
Right, exactly, yeah, for something, if it's sizable, if it's, size of the screen or a little smaller, I mean, that could be a couple $100, based on size and color and material.
But we have
And-
those ARPA funds.
and
that we
all
have
that.
to use.
Right,
Yeah.
right, so,
It's for signs.
something colorful and attractive at the head of it would be good. So, yeah, if you focus on the interior, then I'll worry about the exterior materials, and then we'll just put them together and
Right.
get them put up.
That'll be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So I bet we have an agenda item for next meeting, discussing your kiosk design, something like that. Just so it sticks in everyone's head, so
Yeah.
to do that. And I have nothing on prescribed burns. I never heard back from anybody. I need to keep poking there. Nothing,
Nothing,
okay,
nothing.
all right.
How many cameras do we have out?
Only have one.
Only one.
We only have one. That's what we could afford to buy.
What kind of camera?
It's a Browning.
Mhm.
I don't remember the model. But it's big. Takes
Just a memory card?
Yeah, just a memory card. It's not Wi-Fi or anything.
Could you, would the Lantras like to utilize some that I have sitting on my shelf that I'm not
Yes.
using at the moment?
If you're so inclined.
I am so inclined.
And I'm also really curious to see what the Fisher study is, because that's a camera tracking study. So they'll get Fishers hopefully, but all sorts of other stuff.
Do you have a way to lock them? Do you lock them somehow?
No, I'm pretty good at putting them strategically so they're not
Okay.
noticed by animal or people.
Okay. 'Cause we
I've
did have it
I've been
at
using
the-
them for decades.
We had,
And I don't care if it gets stolen,
I think it's by law.
That is a risk.
doesn't bother me. They're older cameras, I mean, for no, like I just bought a cellular camera,
Mhm.
$43,
That's it?
Yeah, go to Walmart, going out of sale, I'm going on, end of season, they got a new model.
$400 a few years ago, a
Yeah.
piece.
You
Jeez.
just gotta, buy the plan and the images just get, my phone's a light with. I have so many cameras out sending me images. I have so many hits right now waiting for them.
Oh, gosh.
We did have one, semi vandalized at Stella Hall.
Mm.
It was placed at the scenic view here, and I put it there specifically so we could try and catch the beaver in action. But all we caught was somebody putting duct tape over the lens and turning it around facing away from the beaver dam. So
So the question is, were they just doing it to be annoying, or were they doing it because they were concerned someone was hunting on the property?
no, I
Either.
think
Yeah.
based on the voices that I heard speaking, that caught their conversation, something about this is probably DEM's ha ha ha.
Oh, seriously,
Yeah,
right.
so it was definitely,
I didn't know there were voices calling.
yeah, they definitely wanted to cause trouble.
Nice.
Was there an image of the,
His hand,
oh, that's it, okay.
he was smart enough to avoid getting his face on it. Yeah.
At that point, you could probably turn it over to
Oh, yeah.
the police for vandalism of town property.
I do wonder about putting a sign on it that says this is town property.
Well, I do
Without
now,
practice.
that's why I asked about Arts Cable, because, Larry made those plexi plastic signs that say Coventry Land Trust Wildlife Camera, please do not touch.
Oh,
And I haven't had a problem since then,
okay.
so,
I do have a box with a lock.
okay.
you-
Well, I'm
you
more
guys-
worried
I don't
about you
use it.
losing it or getting it vandalized,
Yeah.
so.
Private property.
That's all. They're older cameras. There's some, most of mine are video, because I
Mhm.
prefer video with sound, but you know, if it gets stolen, it gets stolen, it's no big deal, for me at least. But,
Mm.
just let me know. I mean,
Okay.
I'll go with you to put them out.
All right,
And
yeah, let's dig
see-
them out.
we can figure out what you know, come up with what you want. I
Yeah.
can, let's start out with two.
Mhm.
We know what you hope to catch, and no, I'll go with you and,
Okay.
Put it
strategize
out.
About as to where to put them.
yeah.
Okay,
The
great.
Coventry's getting very full, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm retired.
Okay.
I'm retired, really. So that's why I can join.
That's why you're so happy.
Yeah, that's why I came back. I had time now.
Let's real quick go over the bylaws, because that won't take that long. Because some of these we've already addressed. So, Justine, you wanna start, because these were your questions?
Yeah, I mean, I was looking for this marked up copy and I didn't have it, so, some of the things have been addressed, but my first question was just like, there's so much overlap between this and the town ordinance, and were we required to have our own bylaws, or should they?
We're not
match?
required.
No,
No. But I mean, there are some things in the bylaws that aren't in the ordinance,
okay.
so.
And it probably is a good idea to have bylaws, if we want to introduce some things like some of the points you made of
Mhm.
not having a quorum include.
Yeah.
People that are on the phone and.
Yeah, and I don't know if because there are some specifics about membership and so forth in the ordinance, whether we can
do that.
do anything outside of what's in there without them changing their version, you know?
So regarding zooming, we're not allowed. There's state law. There was actually an ethics investigation a few years ago for a guy in Providence who zoomed in for a vote. So
Okay.
we have to, it's an open meetings act thing. We have to be here.
Okay, and so that would also cover a written proxy.
Correct.
Voting, okay. And then my other question was about the terms thing, is there a reason why there are 6 different?
Yes,
Lengths of terms?
it's so that, they had to give everyone a term, and they didn't want everybody's, term to expire at the same time.
So that was just, but that, it suggests that was just the initial terms, and then after that, it can only.
Right, after that, they're all a particular
You said to stagger everybody.
3 years.
That
Whatever it
just
is.
sets
For
up
3
staggering.
years, actually.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was just initial.
Yeah.
It
Right,
was just
so-
initial. Then after
but-
that, you get reappointed, you get what is the?
When we just got appointed, it was 2 years and 3 years, so it suggested from the writing that after those first 6 people were added, right? That after that, there could be uniform terms.
Yes.
So I don't know why we're still doing variable terms.
Because we're in those terms right now.
Hmm.
We just got appointed.
Like, I just took over somebody else's term. I'm filling it to completion, which my term now ends
In a year.
next November, I think. It was whatever that first person's term was. I'm just continuing it until it completes.
And then.
But-
I didn't get a new term.
But at some point, when each of these people cycles out, somebody could take over and go for 3 years,
5 years.
5 years.
Yep.
Okay,
But they're all gonna end on different, you all should have different end dates to your
right, but so when,
term.
are these people already all happened?
They are in the process of.
So I'm 7, Linda's 6. Rory's 5, I think. I went down the line that way.
I don't remember ever seeing the paperwork on it.
I just remember standing in front of the town council.
Hmm.
For it.
Well, these numbers come directly out of the Rhode Island general law that established the land trust for, Coventry Land Trust. That's what it's written, and then Coventry's town council adopted their
Adopted this,
own.
okay, all right.
But if you look at Rhode Island general law, that's what it says.
Okay.
So that's where it came from, just as a background.
all right. And somebody had already edited it and changed the mailed to emailed, so that
Yep.
that was a good thing. And the other things couldn't happen. So there you go. All my questions answered.
Any other items we want to discuss or anything for the agenda next?
So wait, at some point, are we approving the bylaws as,
Oh, yes, yes, so we should do that. The edits there are just like tweaking things, like taking it from chairman to chair, for obvious reasons. Maybe I looked at this like 9 months ago.
well, should we all look at it one more time and vote on it next
I
time?
haven't looked at it.
And yeah, and can I ask, like, just again, in the interest of us being able to accomplish things, like, do we have to hit every one of these categories that we talk about each time, every time? Or can we amend agendas if we know that there's not gonna be updates on certain categories? Can we make an agenda just include the categories we feel we wanna talk about?
Well, we do that kind of already, like for prescribed burns, I had nothing, so I just said nothing.
Okay,
It looks long, but not every topic is going to be covered.
Mm.
If there's nothing to say, there's nothing to say. But it keeps it on the back of your mind that
Mhm.
it's something you might want to think about
yeah.
next time or whatever.
The town council is the same way. They will have, depending on what the topic is, they might have a agenda item this long, or they might have nothing. It just depends on the meeting.
If there's something though that we definitely wanna take off, at some point, we.
Yeah,
Say, like,
we can certainly, take it up, yeah. The only thing I have is I have to know at least 48 hours beforehand
For any meeting.
for
Post
any, change to any, agenda. But
I have, oh, sorry.
Oh.
All set?
Yeah.
Are you all set, Justine?
As far as, I know you mentioned the hat and
Yeah.
stuff. What I was trying to get when I was in, and I thought it would be good to have is a safety vest that identifies the land trust. And a placard for your car that you can put in, so when you're parked at an area, people know that. Cause I used to go to Bowdoin when I was mapping it, and the people that lived right there at the end of the street would call the police all the time because I parked there and I went in there and,
Oh, really?
no, I might have had camouflage pants on because, my hunting pants are the best to go through the woods and thorns and whatever. Some guy's hunting in there and I always had to explain, so what. I made a sign for my vehicle when I was there,
Yeah.
Coventry Land Trust, and I got an orange jacket or orange vest. And I didn't mark it up, but I wanted to get one marked up that says Coventry Land Trust, so people know, if we're in there doing anything, people know that, we're the land trust,
Yeah,
we're on the land trust.
no, we definitely need that.
That would be
And
good.
We've talked about it before, because if we're like off trail, someone might think, oh, you're hiker going off trail when you shouldn't. We're doing that for a reason.
So that's something I suggest the land trust looking to.
So do we want to add that as an agenda item for next meeting? The identifying materials, like acquiring identifying materials.
Do we have any topic currently,
I was
we
gonna
don't, but,
bring up
we
something
are
related.
certainly, we're at number 7, which is anything anybody wants to add.
the grant that we have for science, would that sort of fall in there?
It wouldn't.
Oh.
Because that is through the, ARPA, funds, it is incredibly, specific to what it can be used for.
Understood.
We wanted to get a canopy, like a tent for the land trust days and stuff. Could do that.
Understood.
We can use our operating budget for it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I have something related to this.
Go ahead.
So what I wanted to say was, I went to the high octane store to get the hats, and at the same time I got quotes for was it the stickers, 3-inch circles stickers. And I also got a quote for the patches, so like round patches. And the quotes were $104.90 for 22 stickers. I'm sorry, 20 stickers, plus the artwork and the credit card processing was $104.90.
I have a online like ordering that I have done for stickers before that is significantly less expensive than that, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay,
It should not be that much.
Yeah,
A lot.
that.
yeah, well, it
seems
included
rather
the,
extravagant.
included the artwork and all this, so that's probably, yeah, okay. So the other quote again for, my eyes are going tonight. 25 patches, the woven embroidered patches would be also include the artwork and credit processing. That was $201.53.
Jeez.
When you say the artwork, what exactly?
So
do you
that
mean?
that means they charge a fee to set up their embroidery machine to do the colors and everything that you want. So apparently there's some kind, so when I did the hats, they took the logo as a PNG file. And then they take that and their charge is to put it into their system to do the actual embroidery. So they can't just stick the PNG file in there. There's some translation that has to happen. To go.
I mean, I'd be happy to. I've used a couple ones. I've particularly used Custom Ink. But I would be happy to, with whatever PNGs you send me, like look at
Okay.
how expensive it would be, because I feel like that is kind of very expensive for the quantity that we're going for. And I
Yeah.
know that they get less expensive with
Yeah,
more quantity, but
the more
still.
you do, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just went there because that was the only place that I knew of in town and it was local, and so.
Yeah, thank you for looking. But
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, if we wanna do like a local business, then that is also valid.
And then the other thing too is once we order more, if we were to order more, the artwork is a one-time thing.
Mm.
I assume Custom Ink would do the same thing, because if you have an account, you would save the project.
I've never used them, so I don't know. Okay. I just want to let you know that, because everybody had wanted stickers and patches.
And the patches are for the kids after they finish their.
Yeah, we
one
would,
thing.
if somebody gave a donation, we'd probably give one to them, or, for the kids ranger thing,
Mhm.
we'd give them a patch as part of the certificate ranger program.
Probably not gonna be $1 a piece, but several pieces a lot.
Well,
Well,
they're still available if we decide to go otherwise, but, yeah. We can look into the online stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'd love to support local, but
Yeah. There is a place, not this place, but they're on Tioga Avenue and they do signs specifically. I think they have
next
vests.
is Stop and Shop.
Yeah, next to Stop and
Yeah,
Shop.
they do clothing too.
They do vests and t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, that could be an option. They've
Did
been
you
around
know of
forever.
a place that you get vests?
No. And I can't, it was just an idea. We
Yeah.
never got anywhere because we didn't have any money to spend.
Could
So
be some
kinda died,
construction
But I thought
company.
it'd be good, something important, a safety vest for all the
Mhm.
land trustees when they're out in the woods. And something that identifies them as land trust.
Probably some construction supply or Granger, maybe. Wait, not Granger. Oh, poke. Any other things we want to discuss or any issues of interest for our next agenda that are not already on it? Nice to have 2 agendas. No public comment? Cool. Good.
No, would you like to have a motion to adjourn? This is Lynn, I'm making a motion to adjourn the meeting.
This is Art, I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I
Right at 9:03, we adjourn this meeting. Thank you all.
Thank
you.
That's good. And
Keep
I'm
it
sure we
busy.
could go for hours.